I love autistic people. If someone isn't a bit autistic and they're trying to work for me in a department that is non-client facing and highly complicated like SEO, Facebook ads, funnel building, if they're not a little bit socially awkward, if I think they are missing a few social cues, then I'm actually less inclined to hire them. But if there's someone that's super charismatic and super socially nuanced and they're just hitting every social cue and they're just so well put together, I actually don't trust them as much. I love autistic people. Here's why. And this is not me sensationalizing or fetishizing autists, right? It's respect to my autistic people there. And this is not rage bait for those in the comments that tend to not always like my videos. But feel free to go ahead and comment. It helps the algorithm. But anyway, what I found is that the strengths of autistic people are actually extremely useful in business. They tend to be very fixated on problems and rigid, which is necessary when you're trying to aim for something, when you're trying to be the top 1 or top 0.1%. But they also solve problems in a different way. They typically are good at thinking out of the box, which is ironic. It's oxymoronic when someone is rigid, but they can also think out of the box. But the reason why I think some autistic people know how to think out of the box is because you get numb to social rejection. Hear me out on this. Imagine receiving so much positive feedback in primary school, in high school, because humans, we're mimetic creatures. We copy positive behavior. The reason why you guys like a celebrity is because a bunch of people said this person is a celebrity. Otherwise, you would not think they're a celebrity, you would not like them. I'll give you an example. And this is gonna offend people, which is fantastic because that's gonna help the algorithm. There's something called hypergamy, and it's in dating. It's in evolutionary psychology. And hypergamy is a idea or a concept in which women, I guess, will date or mate across social status or upwards. They'll rarely date downwards. And the reason why I bring up hypergamy is because what happens is, in hypergamy, if 10 women all like one guy, like let's just say John, if 10 women like John, then it's highly likely that the 11th woman will also find John attractive, even if she usually doesn't, or John isn't usually her type. So how does that dive back to the topic that I was mentioning before? The autist, he doesn't get that. And I'm saying this lightly to draw a stark contrast. He might not have gotten the favorability or the validation from those multiple people that makes the 11th person like him. So therefore, his brain is not wired as such to receive an overwhelming sense of dopamine or acceptance from large crowds. Therefore, he can go against the crowd in his thinking. Team autist. So, as I mature, and I'm pretty immature, I'm not gonna lie. For those of you that know me personally, you know, I can definitely be quite immature, and I'm happy to admit that. I still have to be 25. But as I do mature, I do find a lot of power in those people that really do genuinely lean a bit towards the autistic spectrum, because they tend to create solutions that stand out from the rest. And I actually think that's empowering. Even in the advent of AI, I'm the person that would invest into a company that would have a founder that would have a lot of those autistic level traits compared to someone that is excessively charismatic, gregarious, fluent, because I think that is someone that might not have had to endure the level of social rejection that someone that didn't quite fit in or didn't quite meet the mark or isn't quite all the way there, whatever that means. Because I think that's someone that is a contrarian, and I think that is someone that can build some really cool things in this world. Now, my usual call to action is, if you are X, then reach out to us. So I'm gonna stick with that. So if you think you're autistic, or if you don't think you're autistic and you wanna learn how to become a little bit autistic, then click the link below in the description. And my team will literally coach you on how to be a higher performance person, develop traits that are gonna be more beneficial to your business success, and even find team members that are more aligned with your team values that are gonna be able to get you to that next level. If you guys like this video, then please go ahead, comment, share, and like this, because it's really important that we're able to get higher in the algorithm so other people can receive the information that you're receiving right now. Take care.